From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Just like with yesterday, we'll have an increased fire risk for today and tomorrow. Technically not a first alert weather day. We're keeping a very close eye on things, though. Cooler into this weekend. Excellent weather for the water follies, but then triple-digit heat returning by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, these little thunderstorm chances that'll be sprinkled throughout next week. Hey, speaking of the water follies, right now you're taking a live look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Already a beautiful start out there this morning, but you see the camera shaking just a little bit. Some of those gusts starting to pick up. Already quite breezy in the Kittitas Valley for this morning, and these are going to persist and strengthen throughout the day. The peak gusts going to be around the peak daytime heating, 4, 5, 6 p.m. This morning, 60s and 70s already for lower elevation, so feeling quite mild/warm out there. Here's the forecast for day one of the Tri-City Water Follies. Is we'll be in the mid-70s as soon as 8 this morning, mid-80s by lunchtime, mid-90s at the hottest part of the day. So for today, this is actually pretty normal stuff for late July, but again, trending much hotter into next week. I'll tell you just how hot coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, another deadly shooting in Yakima, the second this week. Police are investigating after a young man was found shot overnight. We'll let you know what police know so far. Plus, shoppers rushed out of the Kennewick Costco after alarms went off inside the store, what triggered the evacuation, and how crews responded. And a small group making a big impact with hopes to improve downtown Grandview. We'll show you the actions they're taking and how they intend to keep Grandview grand. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We want to start this morning actually in Yakima with a crime alert where police are investigating another fatal shooting. Just yesterday, a man was shot and killed, marking the city's second deadly shooting just this week. Officers called this time to the 200 block of South 72nd Avenue just before 1:30 a.m. and that's where they found a 21-year-old man with a gunshot wound. Police say they tried to save him, but unfortunately he died at the scene. Now this follows another deadly shooting that we told you about that happened Tuesday evening at Miller Park, where a 35-year-old man was shot and killed. Police say both investigations are ongoing. They're asking anyone with any information to come forward, as no arrests have been made in either of these fatal shootings. Moving to Kennewick now, where Costco had to be evacuated yesterday after a carbon dioxide leak was detected inside. Fire crews were called out around 1:30 after the store's air monitoring system picked up a leak coming from the refrigeration system in the produce cold storage area. According to Kennewick Fire, a cracked pipe was to blame. Alarms quickly went off, prompting shoppers and staff to evacuate. Officials say that the store's front doors were already open, as they normally are during business hours, and they say that helped ventilate the space. The gas station remained open, but staff could be seen turning cars away from the parking lot while the store was cleared.
It looks totally weird to see an empty Costco lot with no cars in it at all. A man stopped me when I came in the driveway and told me that it was closed because they had a chemical leak, and the tire center was still open and the gas station was still open. I said, well, that's where I'm going, is gas.
Carbon dioxide, as we know, is something that can be exhaled naturally. It's something we all do, but in those enclosed spaces, high levels of it can push out the oxygen, and that's when it becomes dangerous. So technicians arrived, they worked with fire crews, they confirmed the levels had dropped to safe limits. The leaking pipe was repaired, and the store reopened around 3:30. Luckily, no one was hurt. So it was closed for about 2 hours, and you can imagine, seeing an empty Costco parking lot is an odd sight, as it's never empty, regardless of the time of day. All right, 6:04 in business news, taking you to Grandview, where the west side of town is starting to get a little bit louder. Back-to-back ribbon cuttings this past couple of weeks, with the Port of Grandview saying this is all a part of a bigger plan in the part of the city. The Port of Grandview says that businesses have been opening left and right, and in this once empty land, Jason Tolman has now bought it, and you want to know who that is? Well, he had an idea behind this new strip mall in Grandview.
That's where I live, and we're right smack in the middle between Tri-Cities and Yakima. So I think we'll get a lot of people would like to, prices of fuel, they would like to stay local if they could. So and Grandview didn't really have anything like this, so we decided to, go for it.
And so Tolman also says that his goal with the first phase is to bring more small local businesses to Grandview. And keeping Grandview grand, the Main Street Grandview Association is helping to make sure their downtown area doesn't become a ghost town. The executive director is saying that they are helping the economic growth downtown while revitalizing it by connecting community members and business owners. Whether a business has been in town for years or is just starting off, the Main Street program helps each business with their own one-on-one plan.
We want our downtowns to thrive, especially because our Saturdays and Sundays in downtown, everyone goes out of town. And so sometimes it's a ghost town here in downtown. And so it's really important to continue to bring people downtown and not let it be a ghost town.
So Main Street Grandview is a nonprofit organization. It's a group of 5 volunteers who are board members, and they're looking to recruit 4 new board members in the coming months. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is 6:06, and we are getting ready for Water Follies weekend. From roaring hydroplanes to high-flying air shows, we'll tell you what you can expect and how to plan your weekend.
Summer love for young and gold.
Paradise!
Bachelor in Paradise, new Mondays on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City. Look and feel your best with cosmetic dermatology services.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday starting at 4 p.m.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks. Toyota has the best resale value of all brands according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey there, cool cats and groovy gals. Looking for a place where the good times roll? Cruise into Town Square Adult Day Center in Kennewick, where the jukebox is jumping and the vibes are always good. Games, music, laughs, and a crew that treats you like solid gold. Way more fun than sitting at home watching the tube. Don't be a square. Make every day a blast from the past. Check out our early enrollment specials. Town Square Adult Day Center, where feeling young at heart is always in style.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's your CoatCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Again, CoatCast around this time of the year kind of laughable. It's 68 degrees already at 6:09 in the morning in the Tri-Cities, so perhaps a very light jacket necessary for this morning. But after that, all T-shirt weather going to be around 80 by 10 this morning, 85 at lunchtime, and then into the 90s for the hottest part of the day. So for today, sunshine across the map. It's going to be a beautiful Friday. And these highs are going to be very normal for late July. So mid 80s in the Kittitas Valley, low 90s in the Yakima Valley, low to mid 90s in the lower Columbia Basin, and typically around 90 degrees in the Blue Foothills. Then for tonight, clear skies, overnight lows down into the 50s, mostly 50s for lower elevations. Could have some low 60s in the Walla Walla Valley, and then 40s up in the Cascades, 40s and 50s in the Blues. Here's your Futurecast upper level wildfire smoke, and as we put this into motion, you'll notice just not a lot on the map over the next couple of days, which is excellent. There could be enough haze in the sky to see it, but I don't think there's going to be enough to reduce air quality in any big way. So again, over the next couple of days, you see we typically look for that yellow or orange or red color. That indicates some very thick haze or smoke. Just not seeing that over the next 48 hours, so we will certainly take that.
All right, and we are gearing up for the 60th annual Water Follies Weekend. Big weekend around town.
Yes, well, the jets and planes taking part in this year's air show touched down in Pasco yesterday, including a piece of living history.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable had the rare chance to ride in a World War II era plane, and he takes us along for the flight.
Several planes of all different makes and sizes landed at Bergstrom Aircraft at the Tri-Cities Airport. Some of the planes are flown by current and former members of the United States Air Force. One plane even fought in World War II and still flies today.
This is a 1943 PBY Catalina. It was built by Consolidated originally, although this one is the last Boeing-built one. Boeing built 55 under contract during the war. This one served in the North Atlantic during World War II, and in 1944 it sunk U-boat 342, so it's the last one currently flying with sub-kill.
I got to take a ride in the Catalina, and while it was a scorching hot ride due to no air conditioning, it flew just as smooth as any commercial airline I have ever been on. The Catalina wasn't the only plane, however.
Well, the P-51 Mustang is a very iconic aircraft from the World War II era. It commonly referred to as the aircraft that helped win World War II. It was the one, it could fly the range all the way from England into Berlin to escort the B-17s.
For Greg Anders, he uses this opportunity to introduce and teach the youth into what military planes look like in the air.
It's the age they really can be inspired by seeing that poetry in motion of the two aircraft flying in formation, and allow them to be inspired and allow them to motivate to maybe join the military and fly fighters in the Air Force or the Navy, whichever works. So we're really about recruiting and inspiration.
While I got a special look at them today, they will be on display in the air for all to see over the Columbia River during the Water Follies. In Pasco, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
So much excitement coming to the Tri-Cities as Water Follies kicks off today and runs through the weekend.
Every day, the air show will take place from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
So with the droves of people expected to make their way into the Tri-Cities, Ben Franklin Transit is also once again offering a convenient way to get to all the action around town without having to worry about parking.
Yeah, Ben Franklin Transit will be running special shuttle service for this weekend for Water Follies fans. The shuttles run Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to noon, with one return trip 20 minutes after the last heat of the day.
Riders can hop on from the Knight Street Transit Center or Lamson Stadium, or that's on the Kennewick side, or from the Hapo Center in Pasco. If you're planning to head out today, BFT will also have the 240 westbound route running directly into Columbia Park.
And it's not just Water Follies. BFT is also offering shuttle service to Art in the Park.
Yeah, that shuttle runs today and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5:45 p.m. starting at Fran Risch Stadium at Richland High, with stops at the Knight Street Transit Center and the Uptown Shopping Center. A lot going on.
Definitely. Let's go back to Jake being up in the plane for a second. He alluded to it was hot.
Yeah.
I know it felt like being in a tin can up there.
I can't imagine how toasty that must have been in that plane.
Yeah, but the shots from up there were
very
A1.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Of course, we're talking about weekend weather, and who does it better? No one other than meteorologist Josh Colbreth. As we give you that live look outside from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky camera at Richland's Columbia Point, you can see they're setting up for Art in the Park. All of the tents and the vendors, all of the booths, getting ready for a wonderful weekend on all shores of the Columbia, from Richland to Pasco to Kennewick. He's going to break down what you can expect as you make your way to the parks this weekend. We're back after the break.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little. to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Did you know Tri-City Lumber Company isn't just for contractors? We're your local source for decking, railing, hardware, and more, open to everyone. For over 30 years, DIYers and homeowners have trusted us for quality materials and expert one-on-one advice. Now, under new ownership, we're making it even easier to shop local and build better. Skip the big box stores. Visit Tri-City Lumber today on Clearwater and Kennewick, or call us at 509-783-3322 today.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun, wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V hybrid.
It's one of the world's largest dams, and it's on our own Columbia River.
Largest dam in North America, and we love it. Where else do you get to see that?
The Grand Coulee Dam.
Sun, beautiful, beautiful open spaces.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Hot baths supercharge the heart.
I want a bath so hot that it could cook a chicken.
Next live, the hottest summer dishes, plus Leanne Morgan.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have an increased fire risk for today and tomorrow. Technically not a first alert weather day, but let's show you what goes into that. So for today, normal high temperatures for this time of the year, critically dry vegetation in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin, and for the valleys, the lower Columbia Basin and the Blue Foothills. Wind's going to be pretty persistent throughout the day. The strongest gusts going to be around the hottest part of the day, 4, 5, 6 p.m., especially in the Morrow County foothills in the Kittitas Valley. In these conditions, fires could start or spread quickly. If the wind gusts were a little bit stronger, we would have gone with the first alert weather day. Then for tomorrow, a little bit cooler, about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. Vegetation still going to be critically dry for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills. And wind gusts, if we're really splitting hairs here, going to be just a tad weaker as opposed to what we're going to see for today. But again, around the peak of daytime heating is when we're going to see the strongest wind gusts. So in these conditions, we could have some fires start or spread quickly. Winds picking up as temperatures go down into Water Follies weekend. So it's going to be an excellent day. Excellent set of days to be down by the river with lots of sunshine, and it will be a little bit breezy each day, but the strongest breezes are going to be for Friday and Saturday. So that little cool down for this weekend, then we'll heat it back up for next week. Around 100, if not surpassing 100 in the Tri-Cities for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Looks like Wednesday is probably going to be the hottest day of this ordeal, as we could be about 5 to 10 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Now, this is still 6 days out, so this is subject to change. But for now, models going with, and I'm going with, highs around 100 in the valleys, between 100 to 105 in the lower Columbia Basin, and between 95 to 100 for the Blue Foothills. So definitely some toasty stuff. Vegetation dryness going to go up, and that makes us a little nervous when it comes to this. Lightning chances in the forecast for Monday and Wednesday in the mountains. Then maybe that's spreading down into the valleys and foothills for Thursday. All that being said, here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Low to mid-90s through Monday, then around 100 for Tuesday and Wednesday. In Yakima, an increased fire risk today and tomorrow, heating up next week and tracking a little thunderstorm chance next Thursday. In Ellensburg, mid-80s through Sunday, mid-90s Monday and Tuesday, around triple digits for Wednesday, then perhaps a thunderstorm or two late next week. In Hermiston, heightened fire weather today and tomorrow, then triple-digit heat looms next Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Walla Walla, fairly seasonal, if not a bit below average over the next handful of days, but we crank up the heat for the middle of next week. No rhyme intended. It's kind of a slant rhyme.
Oh, it is going to be a beautiful weekend for all of the activities and festivities we have around the area.
Yeah, and the heat holds off just long enough. So get out there. There's art in the park. There's, of course, the water folly. So just an A1 weekend.
I love it. Okay. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your entertainment headlines, and it's been a rough week for the world of entertainment as we say goodbye to legends across the board. Coming up, we take a look at the life of the legacy left behind by Grammy-winning jazz musician Chuck Mangione.
It's an emergency inventory liquidation sale this week at all Walker's Furniture locations. Save up to 70% off all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
Plus, with special 5-year financing, save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's.
Hey there, cool cats and groovy gals. Looking for a place where the good times roll? Cruise into Town Square Adult Day Center in Kennewick, where the jukebox is jumping and the vibes are always good. Games, music, laughs, and a crew that treats you like solid gold. Way more fun than sitting at home watching the tube. Don't be a square. Make every day a blast from the past. Check out our early enrollment specials. Town Square Adult Day Center, where feeling young at heart is always in style.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check.
Brian is the regional logistics leader. He makes sure things are ready when it comes to disaster response.
I went out there and I really enjoyed what we were doing. We were handing meals out to people that were affected by the wildfire. And they were so appreciative, they were thankful. And it just gave me a good feeling. I said, I got to do this some more.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster.
Even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
It's an emergency inventory liquidation sale this week at all Walker's Furniture locations. Save up to 70% off all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
Plus, with special 5-year financing, save now and pay over time.
This week at Walker's.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
6:23 on this Friday. Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have your entertainment headlines now, and Lego is going retro, offering a replica of the original Nintendo Game Boy. Did you have a Game Boy?
My sister had a Game Boy, so like by association, I had a Game Boy because I stole it from her all the time.
Did she let you play it though?
What's that?
Did she let you play it?
Yeah.
Or you had to steal it?
Well, I stole it, then I played it. So
I see how that works.
Anyway, the handheld Game Boy video game system came out in 1989. The Lego set comes with 421 bricks, comes with 2 games cartridges, The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Super Mario Land.
So you can't play them, but they are interchangeable screens for the Game Boy, the classic Nintendo Start screen, or one from either of the 2 games.
The Lego sets are currently available for pre-order and will be for sale in stores on October 1st. The price is $59.99.
That's pretty cool.
I'd say so. And Legos being retro, yes, but also like Legos are sort of timeless at the same time too, right?
100%. Yeah, my kids love them. We still build them all the time. All right, well, it's been a sad week in the entertainment world. Another person passing away, an icon in the music industry, Grammy-winning jazz musician Chuck Mangione has died.
The noted flugelhorn player, trumpeter, and composer was 84. His family said he passed away in his sleep at his home in Rochester, New York.
He was a Rochester native who started playing jazz as a teen. He won 2 Grammys over his 60-year music career, including one for Best Instrumental Composition for Bella Via.
His instrumental song, Feel So Good, whose full-length version runs nearly 10 minutes, spent 25 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It peaked at number 4 in 1978.
Yeah, it's been quite the week with so many icons passing away.
That must mean that this week there were a lot of talented people born, right? If everything comes full circle.
There you go. That's it. That's exactly it. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, Richland police cracking down on drivers who don't stop for pedestrians. 14 stops in just 2 hours. We have a reminder of the rules that you might be forgetting. And a major boost for student success. WC Tri-City is just securing over $2 million in federal grants to support first-generation, low-income, and STEM students. How the TRIO program is changing lives. It's all coming up in our 6:30 half hour.
Allen Brecky Law Offices is a Tri-Cities-based regional law firm which emphasizes the rights of accident victims. If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
So why don't you speed?
I've had one too many close calls on the road, and then I learned the facts.
It's dangerous to drive too fast.
It's true. 1 in 3 fatal crashes involve speeding.
This is our neighborhood too. Most people try to be safe, but speeding is dangerous.
You know, the faster you go, the longer it takes to stop.
The faster you drive, the harder you'd hit someone. That driver gets it. Slower speeds save lives.
Please drive the speed limit so everyone is safe.
Together, we get there. At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable raccoon? Attack.
Bark!
Attack! It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing. Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive for a hold that lasts for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. And for a clear fix, try Crystal Clear Gorilla Tape.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks. Toyota has the best resale value of all brands according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Allen Brecky Law Offices is a Tri-Cities-based regional law firm which emphasizes the rights of accident victims. If you've been injured, get a free consultation from the people who live and work right here in our community.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off, and we are talking 3-degree guarantee. I didn't say it was as much twang as she likes to.
That Texas gal, right?
I know, our little Texan.
I'll say it for 3-degree guarantee.
Guarantee.
I happen to be from around there as well. But yeah, yesterday I went with forecast high of 97, verified at 99. So quite the toasty day yesterday. And the jackpot went up to $150. Again, thank you so much to our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel for sponsoring. So for today, a little bit cooler, 94 in Pasco Tri-Cities. If that verifies between 91 to 97, the jackpot's going to hit $175. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, today is technically not a first alert weather day, but we will have an increased risk for fire starts both today and tomorrow because of critically dry vegetation, and it will be gusty out there, but just not gusty enough for us to issue a first alert weather day. Now you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. A lot of green on the ground, a lot of blue in the sky. That's exactly what we love to see around this time of the year. Winds starting to pick up a little bit more now in the Kittitas Valley, gust around 30 miles per hour, and Hermiston around 20 miles per hour. Some of that going to spread into the Tri-Cities eventually, and again, that's what's going to increase the fire risk for today. The strongest wind gust going to be around the hottest part of the day, 4, 5, 6 p.m. Right now, it's already in the 60s and 70s for lower elevations, feeling quite nice. And a little bit later today, it is going to be toasty. We're going to be around 80 as soon as 10 this morning in the Tri-Cities, 85 around lunchtime. And then for the hottest part of the day, most of us for lower elevations going to be in the low to mid 90s. The exception is going to be the Kittitas Valley, but still toasty for today. I'll take you on that zone by zone tour of today's Toasty Friday forecast. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. We start this half hour of news with some new information coming in as we've learned that a man has died after crashing his vehicle on Highway 12. Crash happened yesterday, according to Washington State Patrol. Troopers say they responded to a reported crash on the western edge of Natchez city limits. It happened just before 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Troopers said a Buick Enclave driven by 71-year-old David Inlow of Kennewick had been headed westbound when the vehicle left the road, went through a fence, hit a light post, and we're told that Inlow was declared dead at the scene. Washington State Patrol saying that Inlow suffered a medical event and lost control of his vehicle, leading to the crash. Other new information this morning, officers in Richland are reminding drivers of the rules of the road when it comes to pedestrian safety, and it's a good reminder to have as we head into a busy weekend around town. So last week, the city's traffic unit ran a crosswalk emphasis patrol across town, and they say in just 2 hours, they stopped 14 drivers for failing to yield, and that crackdown also led to the arrest of 2 people who had outstanding warrants. Police say too many drivers have simply forgotten the rules, especially that vehicles have to come to a complete stop for pedestrians when they're in both marked and unmarked crosswalks, and when they're within 1 lane of your vehicle's path. So it's all part of the city's larger push to improve quality of life and safety for everyone walking or biking around town. 6:33 and looking ahead in Richland, where 2 new federal grants are headed to WSU Tri-Cities, and they're meant to help students who might otherwise struggle to finish college. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us why this funding is so important and how the TRIO program has helped a lot of other students finish school.
Washington State University Tri-Cities just landed more than $2 million in federal TRIO Student Support Services grants. The money will fund 2 programs, the SSS Classic and the SSS STEM, both designed to help students stay on track academically and personally. TRIO programs, which are found all across the country, have been at Wazoo Tri-Cities for 15 years, helping hundreds of students earn their degrees and build meaningful careers. School leaders say it's all about giving students the tools they need to overcome barriers and graduate with as little debt as possible for students who qualify for the program.
You have to either be first in your family to go to college, have a documented disability, or be income eligible for service. So students who meet those criteria then at TRIO programs, again, all around the nation, are eligible for some extra supports.
Between the Classic and STEM grants, the TRIO program serves close to 260 students in a given year at Wazoo Tri-Cities. which Plemons says is a good investment for the community.
Most of our students are local and they intend to stay local, so when we invest in students here, we're really investing in that particular person, but also generally in community thriving and economic uplifts.
And Plemons says that the TRIO alums are in all industries.
Really what we see with our TRIO alums, we see them in every kind of industry, we see them in public service. It was really exciting. We had an opportunity earlier this year to take some TRIO students to a leadership conference in DC to meet with legislators, and even there it was really clear that there are legislators across the states who aren't only TRIO supporters but are themselves TRIO alums.
The two federal multi-million-dollar grants are to better support and serve low-income students and to also improve upon retention and graduation rates. Now, when I spoke with a former first-generation college student, she told me that this kind of support makes all the difference.
One former first-generation student, Liz Benitez, who was a member of the program and is now an advisor for the grant, says the program is great for students entering college who need that extra push.
I think that higher education can be really intimidating if you're a first-generation scholar, and so having this program, we don't only support and offer services, but it's an entire community.
Wazoo Tri-Cities is continuing to help students reach graduation and providing the resources they need to be successful. In Richland, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And both grants are for the next 5 years. WSU Tri-Cities will be able to apply at the end of that period. Go Cougs. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is 6:36, and coming up after the break, a monster truck launching into the air, but it's what happens after the stunt that has people talking. Wait till you see where that giant tire ended up. Stick around for today's Take a Look at This. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our cameras here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. What does your weekend have in store? Well, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to break it down in your First Alert forecast after the break.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
Our number one service here at NIU Women's Clinic and Aesthetics is our weight loss program. Our program is really focused on a lifestyle change. We want our patients to be able to lose around 10 to 15 pounds of weight loss a month is what we see. But when they're done with us on the program, we want them to be able to keep that weight off. We don't want to see them yo-yo.
So I've lost about 40 to 50 pounds, and that's been over the span of 3 to 4 months. At my peak, I think I was losing probably 10 pounds a week. It was quite a bit, and I just noticed it was falling off of me.
So we are proud to announce that we are releasing a virtual weight loss program. What makes our program so successful for both men and women is the fact that we are treating exactly the reason why you're gaining this weight in the first place. By addressing your insulin insensitivity, your hormone balancing, your lifestyle, treating everything. We really focus on you and your needs.
Now open in Yakima. Go to newuwomensclinic.com to start your weight loss journey today.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Do you keep up with the trends or set your own?
Is the color dense enough?
Add more pigment. Launch on social.
We've got to take this global.
All right, so where do we go from here?
You've got to test it, perfect it, expand it. Never rest until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
Hot baths supercharge the heart.
I want a bath so hot that it could cook a chicken.
Next live, the hottest summer dishes, plus Leanne Morgan.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Apple Valley News Now is Pasco.
Apple Valley News Now is Natchez.
Apple Valley News Now is Umatilla. Our broadcast
Center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. Leading the way with local news you trust.
Breaking news.
We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of the First Alert Weather app, which you can download for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Lots of sunshine out there this morning. You see a little bit of light haze up in the skies, but we're not expecting any significant reductions to air quality for this weekend. Here's your day planner forecast for today for lower elevation, 60s and 70s around 8 this morning, 70s and 80s around lunchtime, and then mostly 90s for the peak of daytime heating. It's going to be a little bit cooler in the Kittitas Valley, but plenty of sunshine across the map for today. It is going to be a superb day. But the biggest factor in today's forecast is going to be the winds. They could gust around 40 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, and they'll be anywhere between 20 to 25 miles per hour in the Yakima Valley. Technically not a First Alert weather day, but it will be hot, it will be dry, it will be gusty across the map for today, so we are not looking past the fire start potential. In the lower Columbia Basin, these gusts between 20 to 30 miles per hour, highs in the mid-90s. And then for the foothills, it looks like we're going to be in the mid-80s for the Morrow County foothills, low 90s in general for the rest of the foothills, and 70s and 80s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Going to be especially windy today in the Morrow County foothills with some of those gusts around 35 miles per hour. Thankfully, high temperatures going down into this weekend, but triple-digit heat looming for next week. I'll tell you which days could be the hottest coming up in a few minutes.
All right, 641, taking a look at what is trending this morning. From a monster truck stunt gone sideways to a skydiver left dangling in power lines.
Oh, that gives me a pit in my stomach.
Oh, I know.
And a reporter who put his own story on hold to help someone in need. It's all caught on camera and all part of today's Take a Look at This with Jeremy Roth.
A crazy caught-on-cam moment at a monster truck event in Washington State captured a tire flying off a performing vehicle and into the parking lot. It happened at an arena in Bremerton as spectators were enjoying some monstrous motoring mayhem. As a truck came down after an impressive aerial stunt, a huge wheel broke loose and hurtled over the venue's wall and into the parking lot, where thankfully it didn't injure anyone but appeared to strike some trees, and that's not all. An image later posted on Facebook showed at least one car that was crushed by the massive runaway wheel. The event's organizers later posted a statement on the incident saying multiple cars were damaged and they were taking steps to reduce similar risks, also saying, quote, "We will always do everything we can to help further the safety of this great sport we all love." Another love of extreme sports led to a rescue operation in California when officials were called to the scene of a skydiver stuck in some power lines. The skydiver's parachute got tangled in the lines and left the man dangling and waiting for help. KOVR says rescuers coordinated with local utility companies to secure the power lines, and the skydiver was safely brought down. Crews say the man suffered only minor injuries and not, more shocking ones. Finally, more people helping people, namely heroic WLS Chicago reporter Christian Picos, who put a live lakefront report on hold when he saw a cyclist collide with a runner.
Oh, shoot.
Picos ran to the aid of the fallen cyclist, whom he said was okay, and refused medical aid before returning to his report.
He's walking it off, but yeah, it's just a scary situation. You got to be careful out here on the trail.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
All of those three scenarios could have all ended so much differently.
Especially,
oh my gosh.
Especially the monster truck one.
That tire, I mean, you saw what it did to that car. You can only imagine if...
What it would do to you.
What that would have happened if it went into the crowd or...
Yeah. And then also just like, imagine the range of emotions that the skydiver had. Being thankful, first of all, to not get electrocuted.
100%.
But also sort of like the embarrassment as you're dangling there and the first responders have to cut you down.
Yeah.
So I know above everything, he's just happy to be safe.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure all of them are. All right. Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, your morning sprint, everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert back with your full First Alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from our cameras here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. What can you expect for your waterfallies weekend and into the week? He's going to let you know.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Who says you have to wait for snow to get the best piano deals of the year? Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos is unwrapping Christmas savings in July. Free delivery and setup, and a holiday songbook so you can practice Jingle Bells by the pool. Save on select uprights, grands, and digital pianos. And if you wear a Santa hat, we'll reward you with an extra discount. Christmas in July at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, where music is always in season.
A drunk driver just blew a stop sign and we collided. My vehicle was total. What about the vehicle? How am I gonna get to work? How am I gonna continue taking care of my family? I contacted Tamaki Law and I told them about what had happened. Tamaki made it very simple, very easy. It was a stress relief for me. If you happen to be in an accident, call Tamaki Law.
Every heartbeat is a second chance. At Prosser Memorial Health, our cardiac rehabilitation program empowers your recovery with expert care and state-of-the-art Technogym smart equipment for safe, personalized fitness after a heart event. Whether you've had a heart attack, bypass surgery, valve repair, or heart failure, ask your provider for a referral. With tailored sessions over 12 weeks, supervised by medical professionals, we support your whole health, body, mind, and heart. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today and tomorrow, not first alert weather days, but there will be an increased fire risk because of a myriad of ingredients. So the first ingredient, it's going to be hot, but this isn't oppressive heat. It's just very normal heat for late July. But vegetation critically dry in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin. And for our lower elevations, you factor in the wind gusts for today. They're going to be persistent throughout the day, but especially strong around the hottest part of the day, 4, 5, 6 p.m. especially in the Morrow County foothills and the Kittitas Valley. So in these conditions, we could have a few fires start or spread quickly. Thankfully for tomorrow, a little bit cooler, about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, but vegetation still critically dry for our lower elevations. And the wind gusts, if you had to parse it out, I would say the wind gusts going to be a little bit weaker tomorrow as opposed to today. And the onset's going to be a little bit later, mainly after 11 a.m. But again, we could, we can't rule out a few fires starting or spreading quickly in that environment as well. Now, the wind gusts picking up as temperatures go down in general for this weekend. A lot of sunshine this weekend, just an excellent forecast for the Tri-City waterfallies. So get out there and enjoy the festivities by the river because it is going to be an excellent weekend to be outdoors. And I would get out there just to kind of enjoy these kind of temperatures because next week, especially by Tuesday and Wednesday, the heat is going to be on. Wednesday looks like it's going to be the hottest day. This is still 6 days out, so these numbers are subject to change. But for now, I'm going with highs around 100 in the valleys, between 100 to 105 in the lower Columbia Basin, and between 95 to 100 for the Blue Foothills. So our vegetation going to be uber dry at that point. And that makes us nervous because there are some lightning chances in the forecast for Monday and Wednesday in the mountains. Then for Thursday, some of that could spread down into the valleys and foothills. So that could pose a fire start potential as well. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, low to mid-90s through Monday, then around 100 for Tuesday and Wednesday. In Yakima, an increased fire risk today and tomorrow, heating up next week and tracking a little thunderstorm chance next Thursday. In Ellensburg, mid-80s through Sunday, mid-90s Monday and Tuesday, around triple digits for Wednesday, then perhaps a thunderstorm or two late next week. In Hermiston, heightened fire weather today and tomorrow, then triple-digit heat looms next Tuesday and Wednesday. Finally, for Walla Walla, fairly seasonal, if not a bit below average over the next handful of days, but we crank up the heat for the middle of next week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's a battle at the box office.
We will face this together as a family.
The Fantastic Four: First Steps is expected to rake in more than $200 million worldwide.
The clobbering time! Oh, yeah!
But will this latest comic book film act as kryptonite for Superman?
Eyes up here.
Cinema's going all out to fill those seats, like offering limited edition collectibles. This massive Fantastic Four Galactus LED popcorn bucket is already sold out, and flexing the big screen, IMAX announcing this was its highest grossing quarter ever in North America.
So one way theaters are getting people to come out and to make it a blockbuster summer is really selling them on the idea that come see this movie in IMAX, come see this on a premium screen. You have a great TV at home, but this is even better than you can have.
Coming up at 7 a.m., more of what theaters are doing to attract moviegoers. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimber, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make players celebrate like winners, or make two move like one. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
Now, the morning sprint.
It's 6:52, time for your morning sprint, and we start with your national headlines this morning as President Trump has signed a $9 billion spending cuts package into law. Republicans used a little-known budget rule to bypass the Senate filibuster and pass the measure. The cuts target previously approved foreign aid programs and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. The package formalizes recommendations from the Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE. The president also signing a separate law allowing the IRS to delay tax deadlines for people affected by state-declared disasters. And in your business headlines this morning, America's first communications network, the U.S. Postal Service, is celebrating its 250th birthday this weekend. The Second Continental Congress established a postal system on July 26, 1775, 1 year before the Declaration of Independence. Today, the Postal Service has 640,000 employees, with more than half of them as letter carriers. 6:53, and here are the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. And we start in Yakima, where police are investigating another deadly shooting. It's the second this week. Officers responded this time to South 72nd Avenue early Thursday morning. That's where they found a 21-year-old man who'd been shot and killed. Despite life-saving efforts, he passed away at the scene. The investigation's ongoing as they look for the shooter. And in Kennewick, the Costco store was evacuated just yesterday after a carbon dioxide leak in the produce refrigeration system. Fire crews say a cracked pipe triggered the store's air monitoring system, alerting staff and prompting a quick evacuation. No injuries were reported. And in Richland, police are reminding drivers to stop for pedestrians after a crosswalk patrol last week led to 14 traffic stops and 2 arrests for outstanding warrants. Officers say too many drivers are ignoring pedestrian right-of-way, even in marked and unmarked crosswalks. And WC Tri-Cities just landed more than $2 million in federal TRIO grants. The funding supports programs that help first-generation and low-income students succeed in college, especially in STEM fields. University leaders say it's a major win for both students and the broader community. And a big weekend ahead with the 60th annual Water Follies racing into town. Thousands are expected to make their way into the Tri-Cities, and Ben Franklin Transit is bringing back their shuttle service to help people get around to all the action without having to park and find the headache of parking. So shuttles will run Saturday and Sunday from multiple locations. Extra routes will be available for Art in the Park as well, which is taking place in Richland this weekend. So a lot going on all shores of the Columbia.
I'd say so.
All right, talking about what's trending this morning at 6:55, and in New Zealand, one mischievous cat is clawing his way into local fame and closets.
Meet Leo, or as his neighbors call him, Leonardo da Vinci. And it's Leo season, by the way, so that's pretty apropos. He's a 15-month-old feline with a habit of stealing laundry.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we're talking socks, silk boxers, baby clothes, even a $300 cashmere sweater. He once came home with 9 items in one day.
One per life, right?
Wow.
Well, his owners now post in a WhatsApp group forget catnip. This guy's addicted to laundry.
Authorities, or at least neighbors, say this thief remains at large. That is silly.
He's adorable. He's an adorable little boy.
Just out there stealing clothes.
Yeah, that's a weird...
That's weird, right?
Yeah. I mean, cats are like my cat, Mimi. Beautiful smoked black cat. She definitely has her weird, like
her quirks?
Yeah, like napkin. If there's a napkin in the trash can, she's gonna get it. She's gonna run off with it. If there's like, if I had to tear plastic off of something, like Dot's pretzels, for example, but she'll take that little strip and run with it. But laundry, that's sort of like a highbrow.
To each their own.
Yeah.
All right, get us out the door. Let us know. We're headed to a big weekend around town, Water Follies weekend, Art in the Park. People are going to be out and about. What can they expect?
It's going to be an excellent weekend to be outdoors. Now, keep in mind, there is going to be an increased fire start risk for both today and tomorrow. The gusts already picking up, and they will continue to pick up throughout the course of the day. The hottest part of the day is likely going to be the gustiest part of the day, so just exercise all that fire safety. This morning, 60s and 70s, feeling great out there. A little bit later today, 80s and 90s for lower elevations. This is going to be pretty normal for late July. Bottom line for the forecast, an uptick in fire weather for today and tomorrow. Cooler into the weekend, then a big uptick in high temperatures for next week, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. Could be into the triple digits in the Tri-Cities. And we will have these little thunderstorm chances sprinkled throughout the week. Looks like the best chances are going to be later in the week. But speaking of the Water Follies, superb weather, lots of sunshine, a little bit breezy each day, highs in the low to mid 90s. For this time of the year, hey, that's not half bad.
No, not bad at all. So if you're headed out to any of the festivities, wear your sunscreen.
Water.
Stay hydrated.
Yes.
Have fun and be safe.
Yes.
All right, thanks for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on all of our stories up on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back tonight at 5.
Have a great day.